fair amount of plant material from last year, and I'm even going to say from previous years before that. Is one of the things as you look at it is I start looking at colors. If it's straw colored, it means as last year. As it starts turning from that straw color to a blackish color, means it's over 2 years old. And so there is still a fair amount of, as you start looking at it, especially in some of these areas along this transect line from that post to there, where that frame is, there's a fair amount of old material in there. What else did you notice about the mineral cycle? As you walk across it, did you feel, is most of the plant material in contact with the soil? You're shaking your head. No, what did you see? Or what did you feel through your feet?
Pretty squishy.
Use that, say it.
Pretty squishy.
Pretty squishy?
You know, it's got definitely, this isn't really dirt right below me. Some spots are squishier than others.
One thing I'll look at, and I'll just take right here, but I think all of you can look down, is I recommend put your fingers through it. And as your fingers fall through the litter, and then you do run into the soil, can you, like in this spot right here, I can bend my finger, it'll slide right underneath the plant material and the soil surface.
Definite thatch.
Definite thatch, and it's I call it the thatch, I call it the porcupine effect. You got all these grass stems from previous years sticking up, and this stuff falls over because of snow and ice. It does this, and it bridges, and there's not many earthworms, microorganisms that specialize in high jumping. So for this stuff to break down rapidly, it needs to be smashed into the ground. And as we walk across this, again, one of the things is you walk across landscapes, if you do it slowly and patiently, I always tell people, the ranchers I work with, the land tells a story, and we need to stop and start listening to that story. Start paying attention to why are certain plants growing in certain areas. What are we, is the production maximum right now, or is it suppressed, and what possibly is suppressing that production? Like with mineral cycle, we've got a lot of plant material, minerals and nutrients that are locked up in previous year's vegetation, and it is breaking down fairly slowly. And so until that stuff breaks down, it's unavailable for the next year's growth. And so if it takes 2 or 3 years, 4 years for this plant material to break down, that stuff is locked up in that old leaves, old stems, everything else, and that will suppress growth. As you can see, this green leaves, it takes a heck of a lot of energy here for these leaves to push through 2 or 3 inches of plant material, and that will suppress production. You will not get, if you had I'm going to say, if all this stuff was smashed down in the ground and was rapidly breaking down, you would see some of these plant material being a little brighter green than what we're seeing right here. It's a little bit pale in color, some of those things. What else did you see with the mineral cycle?